it's like some kind of, it's got this kind of like ritual aspect to it now. This thing.
A cone. A cone.
Yeah. And on that note, Pumbaa. Wow. Thank you, sir.
Do I need to light any fires first?
That's what you're doing.
Alright, I have a long story, but I'll make it short for you. I was born into a single parent family. My mother suffered from bipolar and schizophrenic delusions, so my childhood was interesting to say the least. And as such, I have lived under the poverty line for almost, if not all of my life. Now, that's that first bit. That's a good 20 years, so we'll skip on to when I was 21. Working 2 jobs, up north, you know what you can. Both of them below minimum wage. A little bit of a door open for anyone. As a white person, you can work for less than the minimum wage. I did 2 jobs. They were both under it. I then hurt my back doing one of them, and took 3 to 4 months recovering from that. Then decided, okay, can't do heavy lifting jobs. I'll work in retail. Did 6 years working in console operating, which for those who don't know is working with pumps and changing money. Not really glamorous, but paid the bills. In between that, I did 2 jobs. There was a mausoleum job which I worked at. It was fun, I enjoyed it. It wasn't exactly safe, so I moved back into retail. And this is where things start to get going downhill. After retail ended, On the Run took over my job, my job at Mobile. So I was left to go, okay, what do I get now? What do I get paid for? How do I do this? Scrambled around, eventually ended up in security. But this took over a year to do after the job network effectively said, we'll pay for everything and you'll be in a job in a month. I did the 2-week course, waited 9 months. No license to be seen. What had happened is the job network had sent the check to the wrong place. So I never got my license that year. Went, did a month's worth of security work at the Fringe once I finally got that license. And lo and behold, my back starts going up. So I'm like, alright, I've got to look at something else. Can't do this heavy lifting job. You've got to lift people who are drunk and they squirm. It's not good. So, okay, I'll do accounting. I've got a brain for maths. I've always had a brain for maths. That, during the security course, I was known as Rain Man because I could just go like that with a bloody sun or some sort of thing. And, alright, did that for 9 months I did the course. And then, again, started having back problems. Went to the doctors, got put on pills for 3 months before they finally decided to take an x-ray of it. Then they found out I have degenerative spondylolisthesis and 2 bone spurs on 2 discs. Which, for anyone who doesn't know what that hard-to-say word is, it's basically when you don't have the cartilage between the front and back half of your spine, it sort of floats, so your nerves go and everything sort of goes weird. And the last couple of years I've had quite a lot of numbness in my right arm and left leg. This beard is strictly not for laziness. I shave too much and can't shave. So that's why it's like that. This past year I used to hate the food. Got it now? Oh well. Now, diagnosed with this, I go along to Centrelink and they say, it's not a permanent condition. A line I've heard spouted to many people. Not a permanent condition. And while it is true, I can stand here and talk to you now, in 5 minutes I'm going to be in a lot of pain. And I want to take a seat, because I can't stand or sit for long periods. I can't even really lay down for long periods either, because the back seizes up, it's a bit weird. So, life is fun. But, everyone's got their own problems. I mean, I consider myself privileged because I've had the ability to live the way I have, and other people starve on the streets. So, I've had a roof. I'm privileged in a way. But, told it was not permanent 3 years ago. I had 12 exemptions since then. I'm on another one until November, so that I miss all the lovely July 1st frolics, and find out from other people what's going on. But 3 months ago, I applied again. And there's a little side note to my story. which is I have deferred pain which the doctor thinks could be rheumatoid arthritis. I've had to wait over a year to see the specialist through the public health system. I've still got 5 months to wait at least. The average waiting time is 19 months. And when I went to Centrelink, they told me I have to be fully diagnosed and fully treated before I can be considered for the DSP. Now, I'm fully diagnosed and I have been fully treated on the spondylolisthesis. Didn't say that right, but it doesn't matter. And because I've got this outstanding thing with the rheumatoid, doesn't matter. You're not going to get through. You're going to have to just keep going on, get another exemption from your doctor, get him to write down on the thing that you're still waiting for the specialist. I'm still having to pay for the extra physio that I need to see. I only get 5 physio visits a year to try and deal with this. I have to go to the aqua aerobics places to try and build muscles. Plus, I've got medications which I've got to pay for. All of this I have to pay for on new stuff, like rent, food, the rest of the stuff that everyone else has to. And, you know, it's gotten to the point where I'm just like, right, don't know where the next step is. Just going to keep on trucking. I have tried to go back and studying, and that, you don't get any help there, do you? You go and study and you try and do something to provide for the rest of the country. What happens? Less money. You go and all study, it won't bother you, but you've got less money now. I think it's something like $20 to $40 a fortnight. But that's enough for a meal for most people. It's a meal's worth of days. And I just don't get where we're going as a mentality, as a belief, as a people. This is where I'm going to sidetrack my story and try not to go on a too long a tangent, otherwise the sun's going to go down and you'll all still be going, when he's going to shut up. My thoughts are, we have this belief system which has been built up since the mid-90s really. It existed well before that, but the mid-90s you can see things like Full Frontal doing exposés on, doing satire of the exposés done by the current affairs type people, where they're going into cemeteries and calling dead people bludgers for being in the ground. Dole bludger, you're in the ground. You're not helping the country, why aren't you working? Going up to grieving relatives of the dead people and saying, aren't you disappointed in your so-and-so because they're dead? They're not providing for the country, you should be out there working with the rest of them. Well, we've hit that state. Like, we're meant to be in a technological age. People in Monaco don't have cleaners. Don't kid yourself about there being cleaning jobs in Monaco. That's a Formula One thing. You can't find these things out. They have robots doing everything. They're living where we should all be living. You know, don't have to clean up after your kids. Kids made a mess, robot cleans it, you discipline them. That's what life is like for a lot of people. We don't get to see it. We don't get to see it because we have to work for a living. That mentality of working to live is something that was around in Stalin's time, when if you didn't work, you didn't get fed. Even if you did work, you got some broth. Have that. Now, this is where we need to change, and we need to change quickly. Because the mentality of working for a living, there's nothing wrong with it, but we've taken it too far. We've taken it to the point where we're as bad as the people we're told to hate. Because we're told to hate communists, because they did a lot of bad things. Capitalists have as well. A lot more, but they've given a little bit of money here and there, so they're nice. But it's something we need to flip. Days like today, where we've had a lot of cathartic experiences and a lot of people telling us that stories, give us the chance and the building blocks to do that. So everyone who has shared their story, I thank you today. As part of the group, we all got to do this together. And we will flip this. Thank you.